Meli, go on. WAMUCHOMBA, I'll come to you. Yes, WAMUCHOMBA.
So just to assist our chair, we are trying to say that looks like there is double entry for the large-scale farmers. Mm-hmm. Some defined in your bill, Chair, as estate growers and then as large-scale farmers. So that's a double entry. So we are proposing that we leave it as it was.
Chair, Chair, you want to say something? Put some clarity on that, Father. If need be, you consult with your ministry people. We'll give you a minute to go and consult with them. Let's get this right, because then we are. Yes, WAMUCHOMBA.
Even as the chair consults with the technocrats, I think the intention of this kind of discussion we are having is to make sure that we don't take away. Am I still on?
Yes.
Is to make sure that we don't take away the space that was meant for the small-scale farmers who are operating as cooperatives. So we make sure we protect that space.
Not crowd it with the large-scale farmers,
exactly.
When the large-scale farmers have got their own provision in the Act.
Yes, just to help the chairman.
Mutunga, just proceed and tell us what exactly you need to do to correct that anomaly.
Honorable Chair, if we do away with the large-scale farmers as it is,
yes,
who also represent the estates, there is no provision for the estates in this bill. In the clause 7.
Please
This is the amended version. We are saying we have amended. Look at the order paper, the amended version. Don't look at the original bill. Because we looked at the provisions that were made, the cooperative societies were missing. They needed to be represented. Small-scale farmers needed to be represented. Large-scale farmers needed to. Who are the estates right now?
Yes, Meli. Yes. Meli.
If that is the case, then in 3, Chair, 3, there is a deleting paragraph F substituted there for the following paragraph F. One person nominated by coffee cooperative societies. In that, the smallholders are always in cooperative societies. Are you seeing that? So the estates are lacking, and the large-scale farmers.
No, they are not. They are in a 3.
Give the mic to Mutunga.
So
give the mic to Mutunga.
Read 7.2 as per the order paper. It reads by deleting E and substituting there with the following new paragraph. 2 persons of opposite gender representing smallholders and large-scale coffee growers association nominated by the umbrella body. It is the one that it gives, there is an association and there is a cooperative. There are 2 institutions. Okay. There is the Association of Coffee Growers and there are the cooperatives. Association of Coffee Growers exists as an entity, as a lobby and advocacy
Honorable
organization.
Gichemu, let's
so
hear you.
large small-scale farmers are represented twice. And that is better for the sector.
Chair, I think we are trying to get the best for the coffee farmers.
Yes, yes.
And in my knowledge, in this space, because actually Gishogo grows a lot of coffee. Cooperative societies are built out of the small-scale farmers. It is a group of small-scale farmers that form these cooperative societies. And if you look, what is trying to be inserted here by the committee, with due respect, there is no definition of a large-scale grower in the bill. So it means that if we indicate a body to nominate someone which is not even defined in the Act, then that will bring a problem. So I think clause 7 should be left as it is in the original bill, and it covers each and every sector. And we debated this for a long time. So I believe 7 should be left as it is.
Can I have it, please? WAMUCHOMBA.
I would want to ask the chairman to try and help us understand so that we can meet somewhere, because we are all working towards the benefit of all farmers, whether large scale or small scale. Now that he's introducing a term called large scale farmers, are they well defined in this bill? And when you say you're talking about the one that is in order paper, the one I'm holding, I have not found that definition. If the term large-scale farmer is not there, then we are introducing a foreign group into the bill, and it's going to continue bringing confusion.
Yes, go on, Osoro.
Chair,
We,
I am tempted to agree with Honorable Gishimo
yes,
entirely.
yes.
And I've been going through this quietly, and I think.
Can I give you a few minutes, you, Gishumu, Mtunga, WAMUCHOMBA, consult
Okay,
briefly?
that's fine.
And Mary,
Ju-
all
just
of you, we'll keep on hold.
Just for 1 minute, yes.
Yes. This is a very, very important landmark bill that we are passing. And I remember very well 32 years ago, we tried to do the same, and we couldn't get anywhere. And I don't want us to do any half job on this. Yes. Thank you. KJ, I suggest in your own wisdom you participate in this small consultation. We're not, are we on record? So then why do we have to have another one again? Okay, well, Mutunga, I hope you now move the agreed version of the amendment.
Okay, Honorable Chair, we have agreed that we stick to the old bill.
Yes.
We drop the amendments by the committee.
So that was
So clause 7
clause 7.
is not amended.
Okay.
Passes unamended.
I now propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 7 be part of the bill. As many of the opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I now propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Mover, move the amendment of clause 8.
Clause 8, I move that clause 8 be amended. But be amended as per the order paper, but be further amended. I don't know whether that is correct. Because we have inclusions in clause 8 that touch on clause 7. So we delete what was amended in clause 7 to be constitute clause 8. Again, yeah, I think it will be fine if we do that.
Proceed and read the amendment as amended or as further amended, as you put it.
Yes, as further amended.
Yes. Plus 8, clause 8, proceed and read for us the amendment. Read for us the amendment so that every members are on the same page with you.
Clause 8, we'll read as follows. By deleting the...
No?
I think we are not amending clause 8. Clause 8 was anchored on clause 7. It was giving the conditions for clause 7. Conditions of appointment by in clause 7. So clause 8, there is no amendment.
So there's no amendment on clause 8?
There's no amendment on clause 8.
Okay, I now put the question. No, sorry. I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. You have an amendment for clause 8?
Yes,
okay, proceed, Honorable Gishimu.
Chair, thank you. I propose that clause 8 be amended by, as indicated in the order paper, by inserting clause 8(1)(ca), that the requirements of subsection 1B shall not apply to a member appointed under section 7E and F. Honorable Speaker, the justification of this amendment is that under section 7E or clause 7E and F, this is where we are seeking that there be a representation of the farmers at the board. And we've also indicated under 8(1)(b)(2) that the requirement is only a certificate in secondary school education. So I'm seeking that for those farmers who are small-scale farmers, they should not be required to have a minimum of 3 years experience, preferably in management in coffee, because these are farmers that we are picking or will be picked directly from actually they are farmers. So there is no need of a management experience. So that is why we are saying, I'm seeking that we exclude that category.
You delete 8(1)(c). Is that what you're saying?
Not deleting, we exclude. Others can have those management skills. But for the farmers that are, for the category E and F, they be excluded. So that will not apply to the farmers who are just, who are actually being appointed by other farmers to represent them. There's no point of having them, requiring them to have those management skills.
Yes, Honorable Osoro.
Chair,
Yes.
all the other appointments, because most of the appointments that require a degree from a recognized University of Kenya, and that is A to G, Honorable Speaker, and there are appointments that require, and I think that if I'm getting Honorable Gishimo very well, that require a certificate in secondary education. Looking at the small-scale farmers, or these farmers back in the villages, you will agree with me that not all of them have got such qualifications. Then that ideally means they'll have to either appoint their sons or daughters or something to, yet they have no history of what coffee is. And I think it's indeed true that we agree with Honorable Gishimo that be delinked from them, so that we have a representative, because already the leader, one who is on top is a degree holder. You then do not need to have a person of a secondary qualification. There's a person leading. So I think it's important that we also consider the farmers back in the villages, Mr. Speaker. Yes.
Yes, Oundo.
Yeah, I had an amendment, and my amendment, Honorable Chair, was informed on the fact that numerous researches that have been conducted have indicated that one of the impediments to the advancement of agriculture is low level of educational qualification of the participants in the sector. But I have been persuaded by Honorable Gishimo, because that's where the rubber meets the road, and 2027 is not too far, I dropped my amendments on clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. Now, I put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. As many of that opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say aye. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I just a little bit of guidance on this so that you can get it right. When it says that a part of the qualification is has at least 3 years experience, preferably in the management of the coffee sector. If somebody has been managing a small 1 acre farm or 2 acres farm, is that also considered as the right experience? Can we yes, WAMUCHOMBA.
You know, Chair, in as much as we want to have an all-inclusive sector in the coffee industry, please, I am a bit hesitant to go in the thinking of Honorable Gishimo, and I'll tell you why. The reason why we've been having a lot of mess in the coffee cooperative society is having people who are inept in running those coffee societies in terms of financial management, in terms of data collection, and all that requires the power of the pen. Education and skills and achievement in terms of running such kind of sector. That is why we are here we are. Yeah, okay. Because we have pushed those people into levels where they cannot prove themselves. So if we start accommodating them in such sensitive boards, then we still find ourselves in the same problem. I'm sorry, I am pro-farmer. I argue for the farmer. But I am one of those that believe for us to be able to revamp coffee sector, we must put the right people in the right offices. Not every farmer can fit in a board to argue out issues of board, issues of financial management. In as much as we want to accommodate them, let us also be careful so that we don't introduce a problem that will become another problem. Thank you.
But you have just passed that 8 as amended in line with Gichimo's. Yes, Muchunga. Yes.
Honorable Chair, Honorable Gichimo's amendment was on the issue, or was to lift out of the farmer's requirement the issue of having experience, preferably in management in the coffee sector.
To be a member of the board.
To be a member of the board.
And WAMUCHOMBA is saying that primarily because of that.
Should have a minimum of secondary school education. That one is adopted. Somebody with secondary school education and has been practicing farming must be able to articulate issues on farming and can also competently, discuss matters in the board. Okay. But then they must not have, this can be exclusive, this can be discriminatory to have them, to indicate that they must have management, experience management for at least 3 years.
Yes, Osoro.
Chair, I think Honorable Gishimo might have failed to move the further amendment, and I think that is why we are in this situation that we are in. But even as we debate with the Honorable...
I think we'll have to go back to clause 8.
As we go there, Honorable Chair, Honorable Chair, as we go to that, I really wanted to persuade the Honorable WAMUCHOMBA and maybe the Chair for this with this reasoning. Honorable Speaker, we need to be very careful not to go against the spirit of the Constitution on discrimination and everything. This very House, a degree requirement was passed, but it has always been deferred on implementation through so many other channels, court, and every other aspects, because people say a degree is not a measure of intelligence. I mean, that's why we have people here who didn't even go to beyond, who didn't even go beyond class 8, and they are doing very well. They are, because the authenticity of, speaking good English, Honorable Chair, is not a measure of intelligence. The authenticity of one's experience and, or rather what they can be able to do in life, sometimes comes out of practice and what you do often, over and over. If that class 3 person has been able to maintain coffee, Honorable WAMUCHOMBA, if that class 3 person has been able to maintain his own farm and coffee for 20, 30, 40 years, and I'm talking about my grandfather, successfully, that is experience enough. He doesn't need a paper of Form 4 that was teaching about anthropology and types of parts of Abundance and Banner. I mean, really, let's be practical. And this is a board.
Let's listen. I've had you.
Let me finish, Chair. And this is a board. Yeah. A board will be a hybrid. There is a degree person. There is also a person who didn't go to school, and that is okay.
The Honorable Gladys Cholet. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I think I've just been following the discussions by my colleagues in relation to the qualifications of the people serving on these cooperative boards. But I think it has nothing to do with education at all. It has something to do with honesty.
Integrity.
Some integrity. Someone is corrupt because they have a personality defect. It has nothing to do with their education. And if you look at the most successful cooperatives, from the time of my grandfather, Keyo Cooperative House, they were not educated. It was well managed. They bought buildings. They invested. Today, their own grandchildren, great-grandchildren cannot do the same thing.
Yes,
and it was not because they were educated. So, and I think also, remember we already have structures. Because of devolution, we are in a better place. In every, I think most counties have been encouraged to have a cooperative officer in every ward. And I know that Elgeyo Marakwet County has done that. That's one of the counties you can say has done that. So if they have those cooperative officers, and then they also have the CEC cooperatives at the county, and then they also have the commissioner cooperatives for the county who reports to the Ministry of Cooperatives here in Nairobi, those are the ones who are supposed to be supervising and interrogating the books. And that's why I said the corruption is with the cooperative officers. The corruption is with the commissioners of cooperatives who are domiciled under the ministry. They are the ones who allow the books to be crooked. They are the ones who allow the wrong officials to hold office and so on. So it's not about the qualification. It's the guidelines what we shall give. And I know that immediately after this act passes and becomes an act of parliament, we'll be able to develop regulations and guidelines of how this can be monitored to ensure that these problems don't have. That they have a very good database of shareholders. And now, with the technology that we have, they can actually register them biometrically, like IEBC does. They can borrow IEBC equipment, they register them, and then they are able to have a confirmed list of shareholders. When it is voting, they can vote through the same system, and therefore it's nothing to do with education.
There are two bills, other honorable members, there are two bills that are going concurrently. We just disposed of, I think we have not taken the cooperative bill yet. This is the coffee bill, and this is the coffee board. This is the coffee board. Yes, yes. It's not about the cooperatives. No. Yes. Yeah. I'll give you, WAMUCHOMBA, I'll give you all the time. This thing is so dear to my heart that I will not move on this until we have really been educated on this. Now, can I see here you, and then